holiday shopping. And this year, two of the most in-demand items are smartphones and tablets. Our tech expert, Blaine Kyllo, was here earlier and told us how you can go about selecting the best device for you.
Like it or not, Apple's become the new mainstream. So the competitors now, Samsung's ecosystem with the Galaxy S3, and Microsoft has got some really interesting options with the Nokia phone and the new Surface tablet.
Now, interestingly, I've heard obviously a lot about the iPad mini, and I've heard about the Samsung, not about this at all.
This is a really interesting option. The Surface tablet almost runs the full Windows 8 operating system.
So it's kind of halfway between a tablet and a computer.
It's much more like a computer than most tablets, and so I think that there are some interesting options there for business people who are currently carrying around a laptop and a tablet because they want the tablet for media, but they need the laptop for work. This does both of those jobs much better than any of the other tablets.
Now, the Apple, you kind of suggesting at one time was kind of the new kid on the block, not now. It's the mainstream.
It is the mainstream. It all works, and it all works very nicely, and there's lots of software options within that environment. So if you're looking for something that you can really easily turn on and use, Apple's the way you want to go.
But if you're more adventuresome, dare I say younger, and want to fool around a little bit with software, you're suggesting this might be an option.
It tends to be the younger generation who likes to play around. Yeah, this is the Samsung tablet. This is the 7-inch. There's also a larger version, and the Galaxy S3 smartphone. It runs the Android operating system, which is kind of a wild west yet in terms of software. So the people who are using the Samsungs, they tend to be younger because they're the ones who want to play around with their devices. They want to install stuff and deinstall stuff. It's not a walled garden environment the same way that the Apple is.
What do you mean by that, walled garden?
To be able to get software on the Apple devices, Apple has to approve it.
Right.
That's not true with the Android system. Anybody who wants to make software for these can make it available, and you can install it. So it tends to be, the Samsung devices tend to be used by those who want to play around with their devices, as opposed to just having them work.
So I have a playbook. I got it about a year and a half ago, the BlackBerry. I have a BlackBerry as well. Kind of, I guess, last year's technology in a lot of ways, but I keep hearing about the new BlackBerry that's coming out in January. Is it worth waiting to see what that's like before committing to one of these?
I'm not sure. I'm not convinced that BlackBerry can pull itself out at this point. Really, we have to wait for a few months to see. If you're looking for something that you can use now, I wouldn't wait. I'm not really hopeful for BlackBerry's success, frankly.
So people who like to play around with software, maybe younger for the Samsung, this Microsoft one, Windows, more maybe a business application?
Again, more for business types,
And for somebody who likes to just turn things on and use them simply, kind of like me, you're suggesting the Apple.
Apple's the way to go.
That was technology journalist Blaine Kyllo.